Hey guys, welcome to the Sports Fury. I'm Josh.
And I'm Sean.
And as you can see, I am back at my place in Dallas. I left Sean over there in Austin. Good thing because his apartment smelled like shit. So,
I did that so you wouldn't stay too long.
Yeah, I got to get the hell out of there. So round 2 and 3 is in the books for the 2017 NFL Draft. And did it get better for my Chicago Bears? Nah. Well, we traded down, and we got some picks from the Cardinals.
Hey, y'all got some picks back. Y'all needed that after yesterday.
Yeah, let's see what Ryan Pace does. Besides, by the way, I am starting a hashtag Fire Ryan Pace going on Twitter, so let's get that going. Fuck that guy. But we drafted a fucking tight end. We drafted who did we draft? We drafted Adam Shaheen. He's also known as the Chipotle prospect because he bulked up on Chipotle and everything. Now let me get this out there. This guy's a monster. He's 6'7". He looks like he could be like a Travis Kelce type of tight end, a Gronk. He played basketball and everything. He looks like a beast. But again, we reached right here for potential. Why are we reaching in this draft?
Y'all needed someone to throw to after y'all drafted Mitchell Trubisky. That he needs someone to throw to.
Right, but I'm sure we could have got him later, not round 2. But what about your Cowboys? Did they? How did they fare? You guys fucking nailed it at 28 with Taco Charlton. Fucking fell in your lap. And I'll say this: Drew Pearson from your Dallas Cowboys, he was the highlight of the night. Tell them about that shit, man. That was great. And if you haven't seen it, guys, go watch it.
It's all over Facebook. I doubt that anybody says they haven't seen it because this is all over Facebook, all over ESPN. He goes up there, it's in Philly.
It's in Philly.
Philly.
Yes.
He said you have brotherly love that hates the Cowboys.
I loved it.
Up there, the original 88, Drew Pearson.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets up there and he's like, how about them Cowboys? And he's going on. He's like, thank you, Philly fans. Pretty much. He's like, thank you, Philly fans, for giving me a career. It was just awesome.
He said, thank you, Philly fans, for giving me a great career.
Yeah, he was pretty much, when you hear these many boos, you got to give it right back, man. And that's what shows our rivalry.
He loved every second of it. He was like, the 5-time Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl champions.
It was awesome. You hear all the boos because Philly still hasn't won one. And
that was an awesome moment. That would go down as one of the greatest NFL draft moments ever.
Of all time.
But tell us about your Cowboys, man.
Dude, I loved it. I really did. So we have, hopefully I say his name right, Chidobe Awuzie.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. He's a great corner. He's a little undersized. I think he's only like 5'11", or around there. But I was watching his tape and stuff. And this guy, all year, every tape I watched, everybody was always talking about he's one of the top corners. He plays the ball really well. And I love that pick. And we still got him end of the first round. So, or into the second round, I'm sorry. So, a great value there. And then we also went another corner in the third round. So, I loved it because we needed to go corner.
Y'all need those DBs, man.
Oh, massively. And so, I wanted to go corner in the end of the first round. Yeah, I know, right? But we needed to go for corner in the first round. But because Taco Charlton fell to us, we had to go corner in the next 2 picks. Now, a lot of people are questioning the next pick, the third round pick of the Cowboys, Jordan Lewis. This guy's
controversy there.
There's a little controversy with his off-field issues. Apparently, he's got a court date set in like a couple months, I think in July.
Yeah.
For a domestic violence incident. But with it being already a court date set, that means the investigation's done. So I'm hoping and I think that the Cowboys have done their due diligence, figured out what's going on, why everything's happening as it's happening. So I'm okay with it because I watched his tape too. He was an All-American in Michigan. This guy, they nicknamed him Velcro because he's always in the receiver's pockets. This guy's a monster. He was a leader of that defense. Even though Jabril Peppers was there, they said he was a leader of that defense. So I love it. 2 great corners. There's a little controversy, but I'm okay with it in the third round.
All right. So those are our 2 teams. We got to get that out of the way, right? first.
Of course.
So let's go with other things that happened in the second and third round. The Green Bay Packers kicked it off in the second round, getting Kevin King.
I love it.
In the second round.
First pick, the second round. I loved it. Everybody kind of questioned, oh my God, I can't believe they traded back. But I love Kevin King right there.
Yeah, that's a great pick. Those damn cheeseheads.
Shit. That's your favorite team, Josh.
But how about this, man? And I know our boy UCF Jaguar. Shout out to UCF Jaguar. He said in the video that he wanted to get an offensive lineman for the Jaguars, and he was hoping for Forrest Lamp or Cam Robinson or Feeney. The Jaguars end up getting Cam Robinson.
Exactly who he mentioned. He mentioned those guys. He knew one of them would be available, and that helps out Fournette. That helps out Blake Bortles. That's phenomenal, man. That team is going to be a contender.
Jaguars killed it right there, man. They get Fournette, and then they go ahead and get themselves some help on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Let's see. Malik McDowell finally went off the board at Seattle with a third pick in the second round.
Yeah. That's great, too, because I thought McDowell was going to go towards the end of the first round, but Seattle traded out of the first round and still got him. So that's a great value.
Zay Jones, wide receiver, going to Buffalo, getting some help for Tyrod Taylor and Sammy Watkins.
I love it. I've been huge on this guy. I love this guy. I think he's going to be one of the best receivers out of this class. I've been saying it, I've been preaching it, and I'm going to stick by it. Watch out for this guy in the next couple years to be a great fucking receiver and possibly fantasy. Just saying.
Forrest Lamp goes to the San Diego Chargers. They get Mike Williams. Now they get some offensive line help because they surely did need it. So they're revamping that offense, and what better way to do it than getting themselves a young wide receiver, Mike Williams, and then getting Forrest Lamp, who some people had as the best offensive lineman in this draft.
I will say this. The Chargers are looking fucking dangerous. So think about this, their offense, right? They have Phillip Rivers, who's a great
just too bad in the AFC fucking West.
Yeah, but they have Phillip Rivers. They have Melvin Gordon, who broke out last year. If Keenan Allen stays healthy, he's a top 10 receiver. Now they have Mike Williams. Now they're adding these offensive linemen. Don't forget about Travis Benjamin, their deep threat. Speedster guy. They have so many weapons for Phillip Rivers. I love it, man.
All right. So probably one of the biggest steals in this draft, Dalvin Cook finally goes off the board to those damn Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook to the Minnesota Vikings.
I can't believe it.
What a great way to move on from Adrian Peterson with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, they went out and signed Latavius Murray, but obviously we knew that guy hasn't been like a great back in the league. So get someone to kind of build up behind him.
Son of a bitch!
Dalvin Cook is going to be a beast for the Vikings.
Why couldn't they fuck it up? So Sidney Jones goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 11th pick in the second round. Sidney Jones.
Yeah.
They got Derek Barnett.
Yep.
Now they got Sidney Jones in the secondary.
They're getting these guys that are falling to them.
Philly is looking. They made some offseason moves, for the offensive side, and now they're shoring up their defense with the draft.
I will say this: I really wanted Dallas to draft Sidney Jones at the end of the first round, but obviously his Achilles made me a little nervous, so I'm okay with who we got. Obviously, Taco fell to us, but Sidney Jones, man, he's going. That's a great value right there. He is a great ball hawk, man. Once he's back healthy, he's going to be someone to contend with, and I hate it because we have to play him twice a year.
Tremendous value.
My life. I hate it.
So let's go with Indianapolis Colts. They got Quincy Wilson. That guy didn't get nearly as talked about as some of the other corners in the league, but in the draft. But Quincy Wilson's a solid corner, and going to the Colts, man, they got Malik Hooker in the first round, right?
Dude, they were quietly building their defense.
So they're getting their DBs, and they sure as hell need it. They got to get that defense set up so that way Andrew Luck is not. It's all on the offense. All right. So what do you think about fucking Joe Mixon going to the Bengals? joining Bernard and Jeremy Hill. They're probably gonna. You think they'll trade one of those guys or do something?
They
with
have
the cut?
to. It doesn't make sense.
That's a loaded backfield right there.
It doesn't make sense. You have Jeremy Hill. Everybody knew they were probably going to draft running back. I was thinking how stupid would it be if they did, and they did it because they interview pretty much every back in the draft. But Joe Mixon, it doesn't make sense. First off, Bengals just threw their name in another controversial situation because first off, Joe Mixon, all his issues. Now, don't get me wrong. It's been years since it happened. He's been doing better. He's been really pushing to better himself. So hats off to that, But they have the Adam Pac-Man Jones situation going on right now. And now this. It's just adding more controversy, and it's a distraction.
That's what the Bengals do, Sean. That's what they do. They love controversy.
They're fucking idiots.
They love it. All right. Deshaun Kaiser going to the Cleveland Browns. Do you like that pick? Because you know what?
Deshaun Kaiser, he's got one thing about him. I think he's still got time. He needs to develop. But he's got fire in him. And I like it. And he's confident. And I like a guy that's confident.
Do you think he'll be the first rookie quarterback to start out of this draft? I think he probably has the best chance to start.
No, Deshaun Watson's going to start.
Deshaun, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson.
I was like,
so Deshaun Watson and Kaiser, they're probably going to start. Mitchell Trubisky's definitely not going to start. Fuck, goddamn. So yeah. So Deshaun Kaiser, we'll see what he can do, man. They drafted him in the second round. They got their quarterback that they hope will finally work out for them. In the long term.
Hey, he's a hard worker, and that's what they need.
Now, the New York Giants, they drafted. They drafted the quarterback, right?
Davis Webb out of Cal.
That was their third round pick, right?
This is puzzling to me, dude, and I love it because it's Giants pick, and I think it's a stupid ass pick. But this guy,
that was a third round pick.
He went before Joshua Dobbs, Nathan Peterman. It doesn't make sense right here because this guy is a 1-year starter. Obviously, he wasn't starting last year. Jared Goff was over there. It doesn't make sense why these teams are taking these guys that have so much question marks about them.
Yeah, I don't know. And then also, by the way, they got in the second round, they got Dalvin Tomlinson, defensive tackle from Alabama. No offensive line yet in this draft, it seems. So Zach Cunningham finally off the board to the Houston Texans at 25 in the second round.
Oh, let's talk about their third round pick too. The Texans got a steal there too. And
bring that up.
Dante Foreman. I think the Houston Texans have probably had one of the best drafts this year. Their Browns.
He's gonna be a good complementary to
Lamar Miller.
I
had Lamar Miller in fantasy, and I saw how worn down he got. He had 30 carries for 5 straight games, and then all of a sudden he kept getting banged up because you fucking ran him to the ground. Now
you line sucked too.
Fucking big ass guy Foreman, yeah. But this big back Foreman can help relieve that pressure.
Yeah. Let's see what else is going down. Notable to talk about. The Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. Oh, I was just about to say that. Yes.
They got Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
They got Bowser, outside linebacker from Houston. And then they went in the third round, and they got Tim Williams.
I'm shocked. What's funny is
and that's to go with Marlon Humphrey, the other defensive pick that they made in the first round.
I'm puzzled right now.
It's the AFC North.
I was sitting there, and
I was
at work, and I couldn't watch the draft because I was at work, but I kept on trying to check my phone and check to see what the live tracker, and I was like, oh, where's Tim Williams? I couldn't see him. And I was like, oh, maybe he already got off the board mid-second round or something.
Right.
And next thing I know, I look when I got home, and I'm like, Tim Williams, third round. I'm puzzled. He was projected early second round, if I recall correctly. Mm-hmm. And he's going third? I'm puzzled. I don't know if there's something else that we don't know about, but this guy is a beast.
Now let's focus a little bit more on the third round. We already covered some of the third round picks already.
Yep.
But the Browns, they got Larry. I don't even want to attempt that fucking last name. Defensive tackle from North Carolina, Charlotte. So I mean I think that's a pretty good pick. Let's see. the San Diego Chargers with the 7th
Mm-hmm.
pick in the 3rd round. They got Dan Feeney in the 3rd round to go with Cam. What's his name? Shit.
Cam Robinson.
Cam Robinson.
No.
No, Forrest Lamp.
Forrest Lamp. Sorry,
Forrest
Cam
Lamp and Dan
Robinson.
Feeney. Forrest Lamp and Dan Feeney to the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a line right there.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, the San Diego Chargers are building up that team. I like it.
Damn.
One thing I want to mention, and it's a puzzling to me, is Alvin Kamara to the Saints. Yeah, we're both speechless right now, Josh. We just gave them shit for taking AP and Mark Ingram, and now you added another back.
So now what? Like, that's 12 touches maybe for Mark Ingram, about 7 to 10 touches for Adrian Peterson, and then Kamara's probably going to get like 5 touches or something. I don't know.
Kamara is going to be a great back, dude. He's going to be a good back, and he's going to be wasted as a fucking third on the depth chart.
He's probably he's hoping, pissed. Hey, I'm going to go in there. I mean, just thinking best case scenario. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to learn from one of the best running backs of this era, Adrian Peterson, right? I'm going to learn a lot from AP. I'm going to learn a lot from Mark Ingram. AP is more likely going to be gone out of there next year. He's, because really it's a 1-year deal. And then Mark Ingram, he's got injury concerns. So Alvin Kamara could be the guy as soon as next year. So it kind of doesn't really make much sense right now because they have a loaded backfield going to this year. But the Saints are thinking long-term here, and they're like, Alvin Kamara could be very, very special for us. So I guess.
And they got him at great value, so it's tough to argue that. Because this is the thing: once you get into the later rounds, you have to go with the best player available. You don't want to reach all because you need them. I was watching a press conference for a GM, I can't remember who, and he was saying, you don't want to force drafting a player all because it's a need. Like, of course, you want to look at that, but you don't want to force it because you need them doesn't mean they're going to be successful.
Right.
So you don't want to force that. And that's the smartest thing I've ever heard from a GM in a very long time because some of these GMs are making stupid-ass moves. But, I guess I can understand that, Josh, but it's still puzzling to me.
Man. Chicago Bears, Ryan Pace.
But don't worry, it wasn't Pace that said that, I promise you.
You know what, though? But he's trying so hard to be like that genius, He wants to be that guy who drafted Tom Brady that year that he came into the draft, in the first round. He wants to be that genius, kind of like Josh McDaniels tried to do when he drafted Tim Tebow in the fucking first round. That's what he wants to do. He wants to try to do something that everyone's gonna shit on, and then later on go, I was a genius, huh? Well, you know what? I want to say this to the Chicago Bears fans, okay? No, as you can see my fucking Trubisky reaction video, I'm not happy about it. It was a bad move to make, to move up one spot and give up all those picks. It was a bad move, all right? So I don't like that pick. Getting Adam Shaheen, the Chipotle prospect, do I think this guy could be good in the NFL? Yeah, he could. He could be one of the best tight ends in the league. Who knows? I mean, go look at his, he's got, very little footage, but what is there? This dude looks like a beast. This guy's huge. He makes plays. Yep. He bulldozes over everybody. So, I don't like the picks. I thought they were reaches, both of them, but just because I don't like them and I'm pretty pissed off right now, I'm still fucking pissed. I still love the Chicago Bears. I'm a Bears fan through and through my whole life, and we gotta hope for the best, right? That's all we can do right now. So we gotta hope. Like I said in my reaction video, fucking goddamn Mitchell Trubisky better fucking be goddamn Tom Brady or something. He better be a Drew Brees. That's what we gotta hope for, right? And we gotta hope that this guy, this tight end, ends up being a Travis Kelce type of tight end. So gotta hope. That's what you gotta do, right? Gotta hope for the best. Whenever your team,
thing you can do.
So all you guys out there, if you don't like your team's draft picks, and there's really not that many teams that fucking really fucked it up because this is such a great draft.
Yep.
So unlike the Chicago Bears, if Josh, just gotta hope for the best.
Who is the number one team in your eyes in the second and third round?
I like the Ravens, man. I like what they did, or Chargers, man.
I'm going to go with
offensive linemen.
I'm going to go with Texans, Josh.
How Texans right there, man.
I love Foreman. I preached about it a little bit. Cunningham, he's a tackling machine out of Vanderbilt. I love those picks. They did great so far. Deshaun Watson, they from their quarterback situation from last year to this year, it is 100 times better. So
I also like what Philly did, getting Sidney Jones right there. I also like what Jaguars did.
Yep.
But I would say top three. I would probably say Texans, Ravens, Chargers. Chargers, man.
I'm gonna throw Browns in there. I gotta throw the Browns. I know everybody kind of questioned them a little bit, but with the tight end David Njoku, but maybe they had an idea they're going to draft a quarterback with Deshaun Kaiser, and they want to give him another weapon. So we'll see what happens.
But hey, guys, you know what? Best highlight of the night, though, Drew Pearson trolling and being a savage
Cowboys,
to the Philly Eagle fans. That was great. That was a great moment. So you guys, let us know what you think about the second and third round, day 2 of the NFL draft. This is our take. This is our initial reactions. These are the things that jumped out to us. Of course, we're not going to go through every single pick of the second and third round because we'd be here all damn night. But if you guys let us know what you guys think. Tell us what you thought about the second and third round picks. What jumped off to you? And tell us about your team. Did you like what your team did? And be sure to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already. And
punch it, Josh. Remember, it was punch the subscribe button.
Don't correct me, goddammit.
You fucked up.
And share this with your friends. Go tell your buddies. Tell them about the Sports Fury here. And
Come on now.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. Link should be on our YouTube page.
There's still some more rounds to go in the NFL draft. And when it's all said and done, we're going to recap the whole damn thing. And I'll still be pissed off about what the fucking Bears did. And hopefully they turn shit around.
Hey, good luck to every team out there, especially the Cowboys.
So we'll see you guys in another video.
Yep.